All right, in this video, we're going to just solve some really basic linear inequalities, and this shouldn't really be more than a review at this point in time. We're going to graph some of these on a real number line too. We've done domain, we've done unions and intersections at this point, so this shouldn't really be a huge issue, okay? So when you're graphing on a number line, you need to think open circle versus closed circle. So when you plot these inequality solutions on a number line, you're going to have an open circle if your inequality symbols are less than or greater than, okay? You'll close that circle. It'll be a closed dot if your inequality symbols are less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, okay? So just a real quick graphing these two inequalities on a number line. So x is greater than 2. It's going to have an open circle, okay? And it's kind of hard to tell there, but that's an open circle over the 2. Greater than 2 means we're heading from 2 to the right. So that's why you see the red with the arrow here, okay? The inequality x is less than or equal to -1 is going to be a closed circle, okay? So you see the closed circle over the -1. Less than means from that point, from that starting point, we move to the left, all right? Again, quick review. When you're solving inequalities, okay, what you must remember, if you multiply or divide both sides of an inequality by a negative number, you're going to flip or switch the inequality symbol, okay? So don't ever forget that, all right? So real quickly, again, this should be a review. I'm going to go through these three. So our first one, we've got 3x plus 6 is greater than or equal to 9. We're going to subtract 6 from both sides, and then we're going to divide by a positive 3. So that gives me x is greater than or equal to 1, all right? I'm not going to plot that on a number line. It'd be, pretty simple like these two that we just went over, all right? In B, I'm going to add 3 to both sides first. So that gives me negative 2x is greater than negative 2. Now I'm going to divide by a negative. So remember, we have to flip the inequality symbol. So x is going to be less than positive 1, okay? All right, again, I'm not going to graph that one on a number line because it's very much like the two we've already done previously. All right, in C, we've got what we call a compound or simultaneous inequalities here. So we've got 3 parts to the inequality. So I want to isolate this x term in the middle. So I'm going to add 5, okay, to get rid of this negative 5 here. Well, I need to add it to all 3 parts of this compound inequality, okay? So when I add 5 here, I get negative 32. When I add 5 here, I get 4x. And when I add 5 to negative 9, I get negative 4, okay? Similarly, the next step, I want to get x by itself, so I'm going to divide all 3 parts of this compound inequality by 4. So I get negative 8, just reading from left to right, less than or equal to x, less than negative 1, okay? A better way to kind of think about this solution is that x is between negative 8 and negative 1, okay? But that solution set also includes the negative 8 because of the or equal to here. So negative 8 is part of the solution set, and negative 1 is not part of the solution set, okay? So I wanted to graph this one real quick for you. So we're going to have a closed circle with the negative 8. We're going to have an open circle with the negative 1, okay? And we're going to connect those 2 points with the line. So everything on this purple part of this number line is a solution of this inequality, okay? Remember, inequalities have ranges of solutions generally, okay? So it's not just one answer like with our linear equations, it's a range of answers. So negative 7.5 would work. Negative 4.25 would be a solution. Negative 1.00001 would be a solution, okay? But negative 1 won't be a solution. Nothing to the right of negative 1 will be a solution. And nothing to the left of negative 8 will be a solution, okay? So just a real quick review on linear inequalities and compound inequalities. We're going to move on to some tougher inequalities next.